Welcome back to Let's Play World of Warcraft Edition. This is Heroic Nexus, and I'm your host, Particle Man. We left you off last time in the middle of a fight, and here we are finishing it. The boss is getting ready to split again into the three people. Remember to kill Purple Arcane first, because they are the most problematic, I guess. And after you take these guys down real fast, you'll be ready to move right along. Trying to think what we were talking about last time. I guess probably wasn't nothing too big deal. I think this is exactly where our little fail shaman in our group just now popped heroism. If you're a shaman, never pop heroism during the second group of ads on this first fight, or second boss fight. That was just a total fail. That's okay. I thought it was an accident, but shaman was only doing 1000 DPS, so it might not have been an accident. So, there we go, we got the boss getting ready to go down. That's just annoying more than anything, that throw right there. It's just really annoying for spellcasters and non-druid healers. Well, really, pally healers, it's the worst, them and shamans. Usually just run right on, here we go, boss fight's over, let's keep it moving. I have no idea where the group is, but luckily, if you know the fight's good enough and know how much damage they put out, I mean, I've still got my bubble and lay on hands, so I'd be good to go. We could probably kill this group without too much of issues. Still no DPS. Still no DPS. Waiting on the DPS. There they come. Okay. I'm just saying, people, if you're DPS and you don't have mana to regain, just keep moving after a boss. It's so frustrating. I'm like, what's holding you back? There's nothing back there. Some crappy loot, a little bit of silver. I don't know. Maybe that's just a personal preference. But now we're going to move right along. Now these guys, the best thing to do is mark this first healer on the right and then throw your shield around to the left. See, it'll hook through, and even though they're spaced out pretty far, that shield will hit all of them. I know it doesn't seem like it because they're so spread out, but so that way you have aggro on all three of the side ads and the main guy. If you're a caster, be a peach and silence them when they cast that heal. That's kind of annoying. If you're a paladin, it's kind of your responsibility too to stun them. But really, since everybody almost has a silence, I mean, somebody needs to do it. It's not a huge deal, but no sense killing a guy 2 or 3 times just because everybody wants to do more damage than heal or than to silence somebody. And then you can just keep on moving right after that fight. Now, this one, you used to be able to range DPS down this little rift over here, and it's not the case anymore. I've had multiple people to do this in the past like 2 months, and it's been like that for at least 3 or 4 months now, that you can't range DPS those down before the fight starts, so just keep in mind you can't do that anymore. But it's still important though to take them down first, because I think they crap out those little ghost looking things. I know it's the technical term for it, but it's just, they're kind of a nuisance, so take it down quick just to get rid of it. Then take your little shortcut here. As soon as these guys go down, jump off the side. If you're a hunter, if you have a pet, please remember to pull your pet up. This hunter actually did. He did remember to dismiss his pet because it'll run down the ramp and it'll aggro some more of these non-elites, and it's not a huge deal. It's just kind of annoying when you're trying to go on the next fight and you're still having to worry about something that somebody pulled a little while ago. It's just kind of frustrating. And if you're going to get aggro, at least jump down, or else you're going to have the mobs running around. You can skip this group on the left here. Just go ahead and run up the ramp. We got a warp rift up here again that we'll need to get taken down first. And the other reason, I try to run and outrun everybody else is because if you can get in there and get your consecration down before everybody else gets there, you get such a lead in aggro, and everything goes so much smoother because you don't have to worry about anybody aggroing on anybody else. So get in there, get you some aggro, throw your shield around, show them who's boss, and it just helps everybody out a lot more. On this next fight, we're getting ready to come up to Anomalous. He's a pretty easy boss, but you really need to make sure that you're taking out the warp rifts that he puts down, because they can really cause a hassle to the group. Oh, side note right here, healers, stand in that little mana regain for as long as you can, even with the tank that's moving fast. I can go up here and take a few hits. You can regain a little bit of mana if you need it. It goes the same for casters too, I guess. So what this guy's going to do is he's going to plop out 2 little warp rifts. Well, he does them one at a time. One of them's kind of almost like a decoy. It doesn't actually make him go immune like this first one here. He's not immune right now, so it's just kind of a decoy one. I would still say to kill it, even if you have a group with really good DPS. It's just kind of nice to get them down, because what they'll do is they'll start shooting out electricity at everybody standing around it, and it'll become a real big problem if you get too many of the little ghosts coming out of it too, or ethereal beings or whatever. Now this is the one where he's immune now, and so you have to kill this rift before you can actually hit the boss again. I've seen quite a few DPS that just keep on chucking it at the boss. I'm just saying, if anybody sees immune on a boss, just stop attacking them. There's got to be something going on. I don't know, even if it's your first time, you got to figure out something. So anyway, it's just kind of a little bit of beef I have with some DPSers that don't really pay attention. I mean, if you're going to play, you might as well play good, right? So, he's going to knock out another one of these little rifts. It's strongly recommended just to go ahead and kill them, because see, they're shooting out electricity at the whole party. I mean, if your healer's good, it doesn't matter. But then again, why not? I mean, you know, most people have AoE abilities anyway, so that one actually you had to, because he was immune. He goes in that like hunker down state. Other than that, he doesn't really have any other abilities. He's just a mostly melee fight. Haven't really figured out whether he just does magical damage or whether it's worth it to use block or holy shield. But I usually just use Holy Shield out of habit anyway. So, but it's definitely the last thing on your cooldown, or it's the last thing that you want to give priority to is Holy Shield on this fight, because it doesn't matter that much, especially, you know, for these guys that attack with magic. And it looks like we're coming to the end of this one. He's coming down. I guess he throws some orbs of electricity, but nothing real devastating. And now you're going to get to see the group has a big epic fail moment here coming up. You know, I usually run down here. Oh, that's right. If you saw, the shaman went AFK and we did the whole fight without him. That was him running toward the fight. So make this jump, and when you jump down, actually you're going to have to jump. Hit the jump button, a la, or whatever, spacebar. That's what makes you jump, and you're going to need it there. Because as you see here in a second, you're going to see 2 people in the group die because they didn't jump right there, and they just dropped straight down to this huge chasm and died. Now, I don't know if you know how annoying this is, but you can't res if they fall down that chasm. So then you got to wait for your group to run all the way back from the beginning. And I mean, this instance, you should be running it in under 20 minutes. We don't in this group because our DPS is kind of bad, and you know, people fall through the cracks. You know, that's like a 7-8 minute addition to your instance. It's just ridiculous. I mean, I've had accidents too, but anyway. So here's where we pick back up. I went ahead and took that out so y'all didn't have to watch it. This is one of the actually hardest pulls in here, I would say, because for some reason, if you try to aggro all 3 of these guys at the same time, including this healer up here, I almost always miss somebody. I don't know what it is, but for some reason it just happens to be my hardest pull to get right. And just by hardest pull for me, I just mean like at some point someone will get aggro from a rogue person, and it's just really frustrating because they're too spaced out for you to hit them all with the shield. But no big deal. No one ever dies. It's just kind of frustrating to not be in control in that area. Now in this next part, you're going to have these little plant guys, and they're annoying as hell because they try to grapple you to the ground or slow you down whenever you run past them. And I got a Blessing of Freedom, so it's all good, but they really go after the healers, and they can really mess them up if they have enough time, you know, beating on them. These Treants, they're a little bit tricky for melee. I think it's only melee, because they have a chance for you to get stunned just by hitting them. So I always try to kill the skull first. Here is the healer. I think it's ethereal something. I really wish I had the names down. But that little centaur looking thing, I know it's totally wrong, but she'll start casting tranquility, so you always want to kill her first. And then these guys last because you want to have like base aggro on them for your AoE, from your AoE before you get stunned by them. And I like to usually pull all these guys together, and you can do that, I mean, when you get comfortable with it. If you're a druid tank, it's a little bit more difficult because it's harder to keep aggro on multiple people, well, more than 3 people. But I like to go ahead and keep things moving. And the only thing you gotta watch out for is those little plant guys. They respawn until you kill the boss. So you got to be careful that your healer doesn't get stuck back there, which you're about to see because that actually does happen. So now we're going to go ahead and run a little bit ahead of the group and grab this next mob. And if you'll notice, the plants started attacking our healer. That's why his health is like dropping huge. So now we get to run, make a pally save. Boom! Blessing of protection. Now he's good to go. Can't get hurt by physical attacks. And we got him in our grasp, and here we go. All aggro's on us. Alright guys, that's it for this edition. I'll see you back in the third and final edition of Heroic Nexus.